Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Seaopolis Submerged on the FGOG server on the Fractured Flask channel. I have a lot to show you today. I've been busy. First, turns out these resource generators, if you put there's a bunch of different speed blocks you can put up of them, that will make it go much faster. Without it, it's 220. I'll show you here. So, every 220 second ticks, which I believe is about 11 seconds. It'll make a new block, but if you put it up here, 90. Wow. Second, I have discovered how to do this. Watching a Grok video today, and it showed me how. Let's see, what else? We have these. You'll notice this one is catching wood right now, and this one is doing nothing. And I will explain that in a bit. Still more ducks over there. Let's see, you'll notice the botany mulch is gone. That's per normal. Not per normal, that's to be explained in a minute. And I've discovered this. Well, accidentally crafting things. I accidentally crafted one of these. And it plays different stuff. See? Neat. I wonder if there are other instruments in supplementaries. Are there? Just the flute. There's the flute. I think it's just the one instrument. That's fine. That's neat. I have created or purchased from the catalog with C-Bucks a warp pipe amethyst. We can bind the wrench to that, and then when we find an amethyst geode, which the goal is to in the next little bit, we can make that. So, I was mulling around, and it occurred to me that I have massively underestimated the amount of space and infrastructure we would need to complete this pack. So I made a bunch of keys, and I have created a much larger room. These I'm not going to take down yet. I was thinking I'm going to take these down as we need them, and then we'll get a more dynamic and interesting base layout. But I have created 2 machines so far. We'll get to that in a sec. This is our erosion machine. So that will make gravel, sand, and dust in here. We've got bamboo making sticks. We've got bamboo making a mesh. And then that all goes up into the mesh systems. And then we have resource generators with cobblestone up there. And they are keeping up, I think. Not really, but I might get some redstone later and speed those up now that I know how to do that. This is one designed. If you want to see a design using Tom's Simple Storage, which is a super laggy Applied Energistics analog version mod, essentially, you can head over to Grok's video. He's just used Tom's Simple Storage to do a lot of cool stuff with processing machines, but this I decided to jump right to pipes. And I learned that if you use these crafters down here, which I will show you the recipe real quick here. It's just copper nuggets, crafting tables, and hoppers. It turns out that pipes do not respect the leave one in the crafter thing. It will take the whole thing out. So if you want to use pipes on the crafters, you have to filter them through a hopper. That drove me nuts for about 10 minutes until I figured it out. But that is the first machine. It generates those. Then I can take these from here, and I can put them into this machine, which essentially just takes out of the resources. It puts it, the gravel one puts it into a crafter. We have a mulch botany pot over there that is overfilling. And then we'll put them into the sifters, or the strainers, and then the strainers pull out and go into this drawer controller. And this is just to keep it going. So I did some research in JEI, and it turns out there are 2 useful strainer setups for dust and 2 for gravel. The 2 for gravel are bronze/iron mesh and copper bone mesh, so I have both of those set up. And then the other one is the dust, which is amethyst gold quartz, which I don't have, and bronze iron, so I put that in there. And then there's this bank. And the dust will produce 10 items, and the gravel will produce 8 when this machine is fully running, so perfect little bit. And one of the dust ones will go in there and there. I'll show you real quick the drawer stuff recipes. So there's the drawer controller. Make these storage cores like this. Had to make a lot of these. Then you can use these in the catalog to get drawers. Can't get the controller, though. What else is up here? I think that's it for this machine. So, progress plans. I plan to have something up above that will create and dispense the meshes. Currently, there's nothing, which is why I have these windows in here, so I can see if a mesh is broken or not, and then replace it. But it's only been a little bit, and we're doing pretty well on those. So I have made a bunch of quest progress. We look here. I've gone all the way through copper and tin. I have worked all the way through the bronze chapter. We have the air curios now. So water doesn't hurt us, air doesn't hurt us, which also means I've taken off most of my diving stuff because I don't need it anymore, but I've kept the helmet for air supply reasons, and we're wearing copper, hidden it. Where else did we go? We got the resource generator I showed you. This eroding salt is, you use it on a block of mulch to create some eroding water, which you can put in strainers to turn cobblestone to gravel to sand to dust. What else? I've done most of drawers. We're going to work on this later today. Possibly. We'll see. Depends how things go. And then there's the automation. I made a copper pickaxe, broke it immediately. This is the Tom Simple Storage stuff. I'm not really gonna use this, I don't think. I'm just gonna burn through it later. I will be making all of this off camera. And then we have block breaker and block bracer that I need to make. I have made this wrench, which will let you configure these 3 blocks. So if we click this, we got a bunch of stuff. And I will throw the gravelly mulch into this hopper. It goes real quick. What else? We have unfired bronze that we can throw into our blast furnace. But I think that's all of the base updates that I've made today. We have another crafter. I don't need that. Don't have a storage system yet. Working on that eventually. 40 C-bucks. We will put that into our wallet. Currently have 90 C-bucks. Grab it. Now, this is for the final key bit. I have everything I need except one piece of leather. Leather. And leather comes from bundled flesh on the drying table, and I need 4 rotten flesh, which means I need to kill some drowned. I have not seen any drowned around me. So, we are going to go on an adventure today looking for structures. But one of the problems with adventure is that you need speed. And those colored planks, those spray-painted planks, can't be used to make a boat. So, we need a boat. which I think we can get from that tree there. But first, we're gonna hop up on this island where I have mined some of my dirt from in the past. Check out the shrine. This is a shrine. I'm pretty sure that if you use a shrine key on that block up there, which we will look at these, eventually, these will be used on that block, and it will spawn a room in here. I don't know what those do, but that's for much later, since we need a bunch of advanced crafting and stuff. Acacia, that's fine. We'll mine this up, and we'll make ourselves a boat. That's great. That, get some saplings. Fantastic. Let's just head over here. Make ourselves a nice acacia boat. Yay. We are going to head north today. Have I made waypoint at my house? Yes, I have. Good. We're going to head north on our adventure. And we are going to look for anything that seems interesting. What we're looking for. We're looking for amethyst geodes. We're looking for pillager towers. We're looking for shipwrecks. What I need is something that will spawn drowned for me, so that I can get some zombie flesh and get some leather. Looks like we've got this pillager tower here. I am going to check it out and hopefully not die. This is not very far from my thing. That's fine. We will drop some aquatic torches in there. Have anything particularly interesting in here? I don't have a backpack yet, but rotten flesh, that's exactly what I needed. Okay, this has more loot than I expected, and our adventure may be shorter than I thought it was going to be. But I am going to go put this stuff back, and then come back and finish looting. Alright, so it turns out there was only one more trip in there, but that's fine. First, the thing that I left the house for, if we pop this into the drying table, get some leather, summon some cows, finish our book. We got corridor keys, room topper keys. I don't know what these do. I think they make like a little diamondy cutout. I'm not ready to use these for anything yet. And I don't know... Oh, there's the recipe for them. Yeah, I think they make a little diamond or something. Not ready to use them yet. We have these nautilus shells. Can't make that yet. Eventually, once we find a heart of the sea, we'll be able to make a conduit, and life will get a lot easier around our base. But if this is done, we'll take that, create a book, make a book and quill, and hold for chapter completion. Okay, that's dealt with. Now, that didn't take as long as I hoped, so I am going to go around on camera and use this quantify key, because I've actually wanted this. Not that you can read the labels, but you can read the labels on these ones. So we'll pop all that. It eats stuff very quickly, and I've decided to leave it manual for now. If I ever in the future want to run a cable, it would not be hard. You just kind of pop it out of the bottom of here, run it across, and into the drawers. Not difficult at all. But with that done, we look at the quests There's still some stuff to craft, some Tom's Simple Storage stuff, and after that, we start getting into thermal, which requires basically just, it looks like just a lot of material. So there's some waiting in my future for that machine behind me to generate everything I need it to. But really, it's just waiting. Mostly, we've got dusts, we've got stuff, we have a press, waiting. Yeah, it's just resources and crafting them into stuff. And then after that, there is ore, crafting it into stuff. And this is the goal eventually, to get amethyst. A geode would be great, but that would speed things up a little bit, but we're not there yet. And I think that about does it for this episode. So we've got these machines now. We need to wait. There's already a lot of stuff. Like, we basically got a stack of tin and copper ore. Gravel at this point, which is a stack and a half, probably stack and a quarter, of ingots, which is great. This is actually working really fast. I'm really happy with it. Let's take a couple more stacks and check on the meshes. That one still has a mesh. Oh, that needs a new mesh. That one's good. But I will deal with that off camera. So next episode, I think we're going to take a break from the crafting, or I'm going to do the crafting off camera, and I'm going to show you something else. We need to do some caving soon to find some amethyst, find some rocks. I want to find a heart of the sea so I can get a conduit going. And while I was looking at the map, I've discovered there's a full pirate ship over here. So maybe next episode we'll do that. I don't know what this is. I just saw that now, so we'll check that out. There's another one there. There's something there. Map is really good for seeing stuff. That appears to be another pillager tower there, so maybe we'll go check that out. Another one of those. We got a lot to do. But for now, thanks for watching. Later.